here from Hooked on Homemade Happiness. Welcome back to my channel. We are on part 3 of the Mandala Crochet Blanket. In part 2, we added these shell sections in each corner to create a new square shape. I have part 2 linked down below, and then I will also have the written pattern for part 3 linked down below as well. So we're going to get started up in this corner where we left off in part 2. And to get started with part 3, we're going to be doing a round of single crochet in the 3rd loop only. So here I've started with a chain 1, and starting in the 3rd loop back here, this back horizontal bar is where I'm going to insert my hook and yarn over and pull up a loop and pull through both those loops. So my hook to make a single crochet worked in only the 3rd loop of that half double crochet from the previous round. And I'm going to do that all the way across this side, stopping right before the last half double crochet of this side. Here I've worked those single crochets in the 3rd loop only all the way across to the last half double crochet, which is from the corner from the previous round. And I'm going to work a front post double crochet around this half double crochet. So I'll yarn over and insert your hook around the entire post of that half double crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, and work that double crochet. And then here in the corner space, we are going to do a half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet. So in the chain 2, half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet. And then in the next half double crochet, we're going to do another front post double crochet. So yarn over and insert your hook around the entire post of that half double crochet and work that double crochet. And then this is what you're going to do all around for this next round. So single crochet, 3rd loop only across each side to the last half double crochet, then do that front post double and your corner space with half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet, and then another front post double crochet in the next one, and then again continue on with the single crochets till you get to your corner space and repeat this corner sequence. So I've repeated that all the way around, and I'm ending with this corner sequence, the front post double crochet, half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet, and then front post double crochet in the last stitch of this round, and join to the first single crochet with a slip stitch. Now for the next section, we're going to be doing a few rows of V-stitches. So we're going to start with a chain 4, and this chain 4 counts as 1 double crochet plus a chain 1, so then we will double crochet in the same stitch where we have started. So there is our first V-stitch of this round. Now we're going to skip 2 and V-stitch in the next. So that's double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, skip 2, V-stitch in the next, and we will repeat that across to the last 2 stitches of this side. Skip 2, V-stitch in the next, skip 2, V-stitch in the next. Here I have my V-stitches all the way across to my last 2 stitches, which is this front post double crochet and half double crochet. So I'm going to front post double crochet around the next 2. So I'll front post double crochet around this one from the previous row, and then front post double crochet around this half double crochet. And now I'm going to work my corner space, which is half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet, and then again I'm going to front post double crochet in the next 2. So around this half double crochet, and then around this front post double crochet. So now in this single crochet, I'm going to work my first V-stitch, which is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. And then now I'm going to repeat this sequence here where I'm going to skip 2 and V-stitch in the next, and then when you get to your corner, work those 2 front post double crochets, your corner, half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet, and 2 front post double crochets, and repeat that around. Here I have repeated that all the way around for round 4, and I've ended with a front post double crochet around the front post double crochet from the previous round, and I will slip stitch to the first chain 3 of my round, leaving that chain 1 so that this first one looks like a V-stitch. And you should have a total of 60 V-stitches for this round, 15 on each side. If your stitch count is a little bit off from the previous row and maybe you can't get it exactly, don't worry about it. I would say just make sure that there are 15. For example, I ended up with an extra single crochet right here, but because I had 15 V-stitches, I went ahead and left it. I wasn't going to go back and undo it for one little measly single crochet. So as long as you have 15 on each side, you know, I don't think that one extra single crochet right there is going to be super obvious. So I left it. So now we're going to get started with our next round, round 5, and it's going to be another round of V-stitches. So I'm going to want to start in this chain 1 space. So I'm going to slip stitch in the chain 1 space. If I can get it through, there we go. And I'm going to again chain 4. And then double crochet in that same space for my first V-stitch. And then we're going to V-stitch in each chain 1 space across. And do that all the way to the next front post double crochet. So work those V-stitches in each chain 1 space. So here I've worked those V-stitches in each chain 1 space across, and I'm to the next front post double crochet, and I'm going to front post double crochet in the next 3. And then around this half double crochet from my corner space, and then my corner space, which is the half double crochet, chain 2, and half double crochet. And then for the other side, I'm going to repeat that. So I will do front post double crochet in the next 3, and then V-stitch across in each chain 1 space from the V-stitches from the previous round, stopping where you get to your first front post double crochet, and then work this corner sequence where you do the 3 front post double crochet in the next 3 stitches, and then the corner half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet, and then your front post double crochets in the next 3. So here I have ended round 5 with that front post double crochet, and then I joined to the chain 3, and again I have 15 V-stitches on each side, so a total of 60 V-stitches for this round. And round 6 is going to be basically a repeat of this one, except for you're going to be adding one more front post double crochet. So again, I'm going to start in this chain 1 space. So I'm going to slip stitch to the chain 1, and then I will chain 4 and double crochet in that same space for our first V-stitch, and then V-stitch across to your first half double crochet. V-stitch across to your first front post double crochet, and then again we will repeat those front front post double crochets in the corners. So here's that last V-stitch of this side right before the front post double crochets. So I'm going to front post double crochet in these 3 and then also in this half double crochet. So I'm going to work 4 front post double crochets. And then in my chain 2 I will do half double crochet, chain 2, and half double crochet. And then your next do front post double crochets in the next 4. And then now repeat that around, working your V-stitches in each of these chain 1 spaces from the previous round, and then your 4 front post double crochets, half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet, and 4 front post double crochets. Here is round 6 completed, and you can see I ended here with those front post double crochets, and then I joined the first chain 3 with a slip stitch. So here you can kind of see where we're at overall. Again, we still have those 15 V-stitches across each side for a total of 60 V-stitches in this round. For the next round, we are just going to be working half double crochets in each stitch and chain space across. We are still going to be doing this front post double crochet sequence here for our corners. We're going to be working half double crochets in each stitch across to our front post double crochet. So I will start with a chain 2. This chain 2 does not count as a stitch, so I will half double crochet in that same space. And then in the chain 1 space, I'm going to half double crochet. And then in the next double crochet, I will half double crochet. So half double crochet in each stitch and chain space across to the first front post double crochet, where we will be continuing that pattern. Here I have half double crochet in each stitch and chain space across this side. Here's the next front post double crochet, where I will continue working a front post double crochet around these next 5 stitches. And then in the half double crochet here, and then half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet for my corner, and then again front post double crochet in the next 5. And then repeat that around, where you're working 1 half double crochet in each stitch and chain space across these V-stitches, and then 5 front post double crochet, half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet, 5 front post double crochet. And to end row 7, you're going to end with those 5 front post double crochets. Now for round 8, I am going to half double crochet, third loop across the row. So I'm going to chain 2. The chain 2 does not count as a stitch. I will half double crochet in this third loop behind the stitch across my row. I'm also going to do this in the front post double crochets, because there is a third loop in a double crochet. We're going to work this all the way across to the corner. So I half double crocheted in the third loop only across these half double crochets, and I'm also going to be doing it that same thing in these front post double crochets. So I yarn over, and on the back of the of these double crochets, you could see there's a horizontal bar right here. That's where I'm going to insert my hook and work my next half double crochet. Doing this in the double crochets as well. So there's those 5 front post double crochets, and then in this half double crochet here from the corner, and then here I'm at my chain 2 space where I'm going to, for my corner, I'm going to do popcorn, chain 2, popcorn. So again, the popcorn stitch is a series of 5 half double crochets. All in the same space. And take your hook out of that loop and put it in the first of the 5. Put it back in the active loop and pull that through the first one. Chain 2. And we're going to do another popcorn in this chain 2 space. So another 5. And take your hook out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's your corner. So repeat that all the way around, half double crochet, third loop only, all the way across, including these double crochets, and then popcorn, chain 2, popcorn in your corner. Here is the end of round 8, where I finished off with the rest of the half double crochet in the third loop, and I joined my first half double crochet with a slip stitch. Now round 9 will be the final round for part 9. We're going to start with a chain 1, and we're going to be single crocheting in the third loop across our side until we reach the first popcorn stitch. So find that third loop behind the half double crochet, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and yarn over and pull through 2 to work that single crochet. And we'll do that all the way across to the popcorn stitch. Here I have single crocheted in the third loop across to my first popcorn. Here I'm going to work a regular single crochet in the popcorn. Going to chain 2, and then in this chain 2 corner space, work a popcorn stitch. So I'll do those 5 half double crochets. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, insert my hook back into the very first of the 5 and pull that active loop through. And chain 2, and then single crochet in the popcorn. So we're going to do that all the way around, single crochet, third loop across each side, and then in the corner, single crochet in the popcorn, chain 2, popcorn in the chain 2 space, chain 2, and then single crochet in the next popcorn. And here is the end of part 3 for the Mandala Crochet Blanket. You are going to be ending this round with 236 single crochets, and then you have your 4 popcorn stitches, 1 in each corner. So I went ahead and fastened off my yarn and pulled it through because we're going to be rejoining our yarn in a different place for part 4. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time.